Tonight, just 1 week before the opening of the most anticipated movie of the year, the stars of Black Panther Wakanda Forever are here.
Yes!
Wakanda Forever!
To celebrate and honor the brilliance of Chadwick Boseman and to pay tribute to the legacy of a king.
When Chadwick passed away, I was broken.
The powerful interview with his wife, Simone Ledward Boseman.
He was a leader, and he was a king.
Also, we take you inside Wakanda.
We are home.
Hidden in Africa, a fictional world of science and technology with very real traditions, culture, and challenges. And show you how that world expanded to include a fictional new underwater city based on the traditions of Mexican culture. Feel the iconic rhythms and music of Wakanda, how hit artists blended today's sounds with sounds of old.
Lift me up.
And here tonight,
oh man, maybe we bit off more than we could chew.
for the first time anywhere, see an exclusive, not yet released scene of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. In recent years, a simple two-word phrase and gesture has taken on a life of its own.
Wakanda Forever! Wakanda Forever!
Wakanda Forever.
Sweeping the nation.
Nobody wants to shake my hands anymore. Everybody just does this.
Seeing people gravitate, celebrate is beautiful.
Action!
Wakanda Forever! The salute was being done on set, and I was like, oh, that's really fly. That's catchy. That's good.
It's a statement, right? You know, I can't even really explain it. Like, you saw NBA players doing it. The Saturday Night Live skit, they're like showing people like doing it all over the place.
Hail Wakanda! Hail Wakanda!
And it was hilarious.
It's a brilliant stamp that easily gets transferred to real life. It is right over left. Wakanda Forever.
Black Panther was more than just a superhero movie. It was a cultural phenomenon. But making it wasn't always easy, as director Ryan Coogler revealed when we sat down together.
It was the hardest thing I'd ever done professionally, making the first Panther. It felt like I had bitten off more than I could chew. Imposter syndrome, some people call it. I'm not ready yet. It's too big, it's too much. But my collaborators all would constantly let me know that they trusted me.
When the movie was about to be released in 2018, the anticipation was palpable. It set a pre-ticket sales record, and we saw the start of the Black Panther Challenge online.
The Black Panther Challenge is actually the largest GoFundMe in history. I thought about, let's see if I could figure out a way to help some children see the film.
His idea unleashed waves of joy across classrooms. It raised millions, with 70,000 children watching the film for free.
We're inviting all of you guys to come see Black Panther for free.
I think that this film is the global catalyst for the imagination of young people. They can literally be anything because they see it. It is life-changing.
This never gets old.
That moment where they go through that force field and then you see it open up, like, was exhilarating.
I had never seen a love letter to the Black community like that on a screen in this capacity.
It became one of the top grossing movies of all time, earning more than $1.3 billion worldwide.
It's the first comic film nominated for Best Picture for the Oscars.
And to see this tale from about a made-up superhero in a made-up country, but based wholly in African and African-American realities, to see the Academy recognize that wasn't necessarily a step forward for us, it was a step forward for them.
And the Oscar goes to Black Panther.
It did end up winning 3 Academy Awards for its score, costume, and production design. The cast also taking home a Screen Actors Guild Award. But this massive blockbuster actually had humble origins. It started with a comic book that was never expected to amount to anything.
Marvel Comics was expanding, and they decided to put the Black Panther in jungle action, and they didn't think it was going to survive.
The character was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in 1966, and of course that's the same year that the Black Power movement emerges. Civil rights movement. You have the emergence of demands not simply for black freedom, but for black power.
All power to the people.
I'm sure Jack and Stan were aware of the Black Panther Party, but I don't know how much that influenced the character. I know there was a concern there.
They changed the name of the comic to Black Leopard for a brief time before reverting. So I think that there may have been initially some reticence, about being associated with the Black Panthers and the concept of Black Power, but ultimately that is what the comic is about.
I tried to make Wakanda a very separate, unique place, and trying to keep the white people out of there became a major fight. I just wouldn't do it. Charlotte doesn't need anybody to come in and help me. He'll take care of his own problems, thank you very much.
As a fan of the character in publishing, what always struck me about Black Panther is he's not an incredibly emotive person even on the page, but there's a power to him. There's a gravity.
Producer Nate Moore's idea was to introduce King T'Challa, or Black Panther, on the big screen in 2016's Captain America Civil War, played by Chadwick Boseman.
He shows up, boom.
And I know now, in hindsight, he thought it was a cameo. But we were interested in doing a standalone movie.
You see this scene, and the bullets are just bouncing off of the Black Panther. People lost it. In a world where we are protesting for no bullets to be aimed at a black person, to see them bounce off from a police helicopter, that's something special.
It's not surprising to see that the public would demand more of that character.
Your Highness.
The public got what they wanted, and so much more. The movie and its ripple effects were felt across the globe, as I saw in my visit to Ghana. Talking with Denai Guerrera, who grew up in Africa and is a fierce Wakandan warrior in the movie.
Why do you feel it had such an impact?
It really is that moment where the world is ready for something they might not be aware they're ready for. The world was ready to really take in Africa in a whole new way, in a way that shows our specificity, our excellence, our diversity, our coolness,
You have college courses being taught about Black Panther and the themes within the films. It's brilliant.
Sometimes you're allowed to tell stories only within a certain box, but with Panther, we blew the lid off of that box.
Is this what you wanted?
It opened the door for Shang-Chi to exist. It opened the door, in my opinion, for the success of Crazy Rich Asians. It opened the door for The Woman King.
With Black Panther, it is a phenomenon in every way. The box office, culturally, critically. Did you feel pressure, expectations for the second one?
Of course. I felt humbled to be asked back to do another one, It's not a guarantee, but I knew I wanted to do it.
And I have to say, the way that you were able to introduce a new world, new characters.
I started to have that familiar feeling of like, oh man, maybe we bit off more than we could chew, like when we were developing Talokan.
Not only did he help create the underwater nation of Talokan for the film Wakanda Forever, Ryan also brought in a cast of international actors.
When I was a kid in Mexico, I never dreamed with something like this. Namor is the ruler of Talocan. This character is based on indigenous cultures, Mesoamerican cultures, especially Mayan cultures. One of the biggest messages in this movie is that it's time to heal the breaks in our heart and embrace who we are.
This movie changed my own story, When I started this movie, I didn't speak English, and it's beautiful, this Talocan world. Actually, we heard an indigenous language. As a Mexican woman and with this face, see myself for the first time in a big screen. It's like wonderful.
This is probably one of the most diverse casts that we've seen with this kind of budget.
Little darling, don't shed no tear.
There's something truly universal about this story.
As we allow this story to touch our hearts,
I watched the teaser the first time. I missed Chadwick Boseman immediately.
When Chadwick passed away, I was broken. And so we all are being invited to experience the story and seek the hope we all need. And hopefully in the process, we've paid tribute to Chadwick and we've furthered his legacy.
What do you feel his legacy will be?
It can't be defined to a sentence, sound bite, or a film. Forgive me.
No apology necessary.
He had these giant hands, like massive, and that's what I think about with him is this reach, like across history. You know, pulling us up, pulling us backwards for what we should know, and pulling us forward. So that's what I think his legacy is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And my mama used to say, I feel him on his heavenly balcony going, thank you. Carry on. Carry on. Thank you. When we come back, inside Wakanda, where science and science fiction merge with Black history and culture to create something never before seen on screen.
I can't believe that I was so lucky that I got to love this person.
And the legacy of a king, Chadwick Boseman. His wife sits down with Whoopi Goldberg, how she's honoring her husband by helping lead the next generation of kings, queens, and warriors.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.